Hello.
Oh, hello.
Hey, how's it going, Parm?
I'm doing all right. How about yourself?
I'm doing pretty well. All
Good to
right.
hear.
Have you been staying out of the heat that we've been having?
Yes, I've been trying to. It's a little bit too much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I had a lot of clients that were coming into where I was working, just telling me constantly how they're just glad they were coming into air conditioning compared to outside.
Yeah, it was ridiculously muggy yesterday, and today it's just been hot.
Yeah, I'm not too sure why it's been like that the entire time. When just yesterday we just came off of a big storm.
Really, your guess would be as good as mine. I have no real idea.
All right, well, guess we'll go ahead and get started into the session. Appreciate you actually, trying out the service here.
I heard really nice things from Cam, and I was interested in hopefully improving my game, so I'm very excited to work with you.
Okay, not a problem. Um, well, we can. I know you're more focused on either playing, didn't really have like a VOD of yours that you wanted to look at. At least that's what I saw from
I
the thing.
Yeah, so there is a VOD. I but I just didn't know the stream, so I haven't been able to find it, which has been my biggest problem. Do you
Okay.
know what do you know what does Cam or Tharpy just stream off their own channel from
Oh
their
yeah,
weekly?
yeah. I was about to say
Okay.
he normally just does it off of his own you not YouTube, but like his own Twitch. So I can actually grab that clip real quick. Let's see here.
There's one there, and then there's a the what is it? The weekly in Fort Wayne, the one at the bowling alley. I had I had a set versus Fleetwood, which I would actually like to look at that one. That one was I just don't know their stream. Hold on.
Oh, okay. Was it
I sh
let me think. I know they uploaded it on YouTube because I had the session with someone that gave me the YouTube link, so I can go and grab
oh,
that.
yeah. If it's there, that'd be awesome. Here,
Let's see
strike down.
here.
I'm trying to see if they link the bracket or the stream. No, doesn't look like it.
Let's see.
But
I'll probably have to go into his session to find it. And it was their first week or second weekly, do you know?
it was the second one, the most recent one.
Oh, okay.
Here we go. Strike down smash number 2.
Okay. Yeah, if you want to link that in real quick.
Yeah. Hold on, just to make it easier on you, I can find the timestamp too, where my game would be played.
Okay, that works.
Um, where's the- and then, sorry, I'm going through it right now, trying to find it.
Oh, no, that's no problem. I guess while you're going through that, I'll ask you a couple questions from what you had brought up about the topic being like risk reward management, like in neutral. So
Yeah.
is there like certain times that where are like certain times that for example you feel like you tried something out and you felt like it either didn't work out how you were planning it to go, or just something like that.
Yeah, it's usually like that. I'll overextend in a lot of situations, and I'm not typically sure when it is that I'm not really gauging risk reward there in those situations, or I find it hard to know when technically like my combo is over, right?
Mm,
And so yeah, I put myself in disadvantage a lot, especially off stage, even though I'm trying to maintain advantage. So a lot of overextending.
okay, yeah, I understand that because oftentimes, go when you're going off stage to try and make plays and things like that, it can easily kind of turn around on you off like whenever you least expect it because maybe you had the right read or something, but like maybe you're just a little too slow on like the follow up, or maybe there was just that one time you're expecting them to do something, they completely do something random and just get past you, and then start edge guarding you.
Yeah, and that's I find a lot of struggle in that. It makes it really hard for me to start my game how I want it to go. Oh, okay, I think I found it. Oh, hooray.
Oh, okay, no worries. Yeah, that's about to say this is what this session's all about. Just me giving maybe some suggestions on some things because maybe you are doing some right, maybe you're doing some right things here and there, just maybe some things you haven't considered that could help out like with your decision making or like your risk reward gauging.
Oh yeah, I definitely agree. Trying to get this. Okay. I'm gonna send it from here. Because I do not want to mess with it anymore. I'm trying to find the exact spot. So chaotic. And
Oh, I have another
there.
question actually. When are we going to
Yeah.
see the Palm Kirby return?
The Kirby. I've thought about it. It's crossed my brain before, but no. He's just so hard to get in. Like I'm fine as soon as I'm like when I hit somebody, I can continue it and I can keep it going, but before then is so hard, especially versus like Belmonts. Belmonts made me drop Kirby in this game.
Right, that makes sense. 'Cause, yeah, it's always just yeah, Kirby's are always winning once they get in, but like it's just how do you get in?
How do you get in? He's
Mm-hmm.
so ugh. But he has some favorable matchups if you're willing to cheese people.
Right. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen so that way we can both view it at the same time. All right. So hide there. Let me check one thing. Okay. Are you able to see the screen now?
Yes.
Let's see. And then does it look like it's kind of choppy, or because if so, normally what fixes it is like exiting out of the stream and then coming right back in.
It doesn't look it doesn't really look choppy. Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Okay. So what I like to do normally is like I'll just take a look like, we'll just like watch the first game, just kind of like, mentally maybe say some things here and there, and then just like kind of go back and review it a little bit, and then just move on with the rest of the set.
Okay.
So let's see. So let's kind of go here. Mhm.
Caught me twice jumping.
Yeah, he just kind of came in and just really got you with those mine cards there. Well, Steve things are happening right now. Hold on. Okay. Okay.
See, chasing. Sometimes I can't help myself.
That's good. I like that you're not really giving much people time to breathe, because that's usually
No,
the thing you don't want Steve to have. Is just like enough time to, once you're on him, don't give him time to get that material back. Oh, I'm actually gonna look back at that. Yes, they did come out. I'm pretty sure I did see those come out, and despite that, Steve.
it's really good in that
Oh
situation. Hmm.
man, that was actually good there. Ooh,
Gary. Diamond is so strong. And parry! Oh my god. Steve out of shield is so strong. So strong. Especially out of parry.
Yeah, it's difficult to really like find a way to actually get him to unshield, but or like be able to do something really safely to pressure him, or even like try and get away with stuff because he always comes out with such good options.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's that arrow. What about? Ooh. Mm-hmm. Oh, trying little tricks there, Fleetwood.
Fleetwood.
Hmm.
Ah, found my space. I lost it.
No, he's trying. He said he would not let
Yeah.
up. Sakurai, buff your character, please. You can make up smash just a little stronger. It's all good.
It would be so nice. Come on.
Okay, trying to read that.
Ugh. That whole scenario was so difficult.
What?
It's so much back and forth. There's just such a tug there. I think I get caught with a big aerial here. Or something strange.
No, he just straight up. Oh, okay. I was about to say for a second, he just straight abandoned TNT for a moment. Ooh.
Oh yeah, this was silly. I was like, what? I wanted an up smash instead of the jab. And then I got cheesed so hard here. Oh my god. I didn't know that could happen
He
to
put up
Pit.
so much. He put up so much insurance for it too. He's like, maybe one, no two, no three, no four. Okay,
No, all
four
of
is
it.
enough. Send all the blocks.
Jeez, like I did not need him to build on me like that. I just didn't know it'd work.
Yeah, for a moment it looked like it was starting to break one of them, or like either it was just because he stood on that first block a little too long, or a little long was all.
Yeah.
So let's go back into that match there. So big. Well, I don't want to say they're big things. It's just like things that came to mind whenever I saw that you were getting hit. Try and go to the first part of the back to beginning here. So we'll kind of point out things that like I kind of noticed that was a little questionable at times. Was just your timing for shooting arrows and like being in the air quite just a little bit. So just wanted to ask like just for each one individually. So when is like your times that you like to actually shoot arrow?
I like to typically shoot arrow full stage, and then a little bit before mid range, because I can use it to pressure people to start shielding, or like I can stop somebody from like dashing in or jumping if I'm quick enough on the upturn. So usually that positioning, but if they're too close and I arrow, I'm very susceptible to like getting hit.
Yeah, because I think well, I saw one instance a little earlier, but like there was an instance where like I think you either lost your stock or set up for like a really long edge guard because of it.
Yeah.
So let's see. So there was the parry there. There's that. So he's got arrows there. That's what it was. So this not this arrow, but this next one
This
here
one, yeah.
was kind of wondering, was that what was kind of like your decision making kind of here, like just gauging what's going on in the match?
I think what I was trying to do was just take more space as safely as, well, it's not even safely. I suppose, I don't know. Um, the first arrow for sure, and then I was trying to move in and take space, but I chose to do an arrow again, just in hopes of maybe catching them jumping,
Mm,
but that's a reach, because I don't know exactly what I was thinking at that moment.
okay. No, it's fine. It's fine. If you, for either that reason or like if you don't know, um, for like kind of this range where you guys are at,
Yeah,
I'd like to say that this is like the range of, for most projectile players, they can still use their projectiles here, but it just kind of comes like at that risk of, as you're kind of saying, it's not exactly like up close in someone's face or anything like that, but
yeah.
someone can easily decide to, like, run in, shield, then because they're close enough after they shield it, they can punish out of shield and hit you. That's kind of like the thing with zone, like either projectile users or like zoners in general, is that like someone catching them during their end lag and then coming in to punish them for that. Which I think you had the right read for like maybe trying to get a jump, but it's just like with Steve with his mine card, he's kind of like able to go over it. Um, I kind of bring it I kind of bring it up because in like this kind of situation like this, I agree with like trying to keep up like the pressure a bit more if possible. But I think like in this range, it might be more. I think like it'd be like kind of more beneficial to maybe add more of like your other attacks into the mix, or like just
Hmm.
kind of waiting around because like it's a good position on stage for you to actually be center stage with Steve like in the corner, um, to be able to kind of just like watch what it is that he's going to be able to do, without you know risking the type of pressure that you're playing with like the arrow, like risking like the end lag of it. Um,
Yeah.
if that makes sense.
No, it does. It does.
Um, let's see. Because yeah, we do that. Preemptiveness. Okay. So yeah, this is just disadvantage still. Disadvantage still. Shot some arrows at him. Go jumping. So yeah, this is the other part of it. The the jumps that kind of like you're doing here,
Hmm.
kind of. I'm just wondering, what's kind of like your reasoning for deciding to like jump jump multiple times? I'm like in that
Um,
space.
are you talking about like going on the platform, or specifically this interaction right here at Ledge, where it was like I was trying to use? And
Yeah,
my
like
reasoning here
mm-hmm.
in those is, I'm trying to either bait out an attack that I know I can get out of with another jump, or I'm trying to um kind of confuse where I'm going, if I'm going to keep going jumping like forward, or am I going to like jump the other way to kind of mix up where I'm like going just a little bit
Mm-hmm.
to help me try to like land on a platform or make some more space in the corner.
Yeah, just kind of actually mixing up where it is that you're going to actually go to mess
Yeah,
with
yeah,
your
yeah.
timings. With those, the because yeah, you're mixing in a little bit of Oh, hold on a second. For did everyone catch that? That's viewing. It's no one's viewing. It's just us two. But did anyone else catch that? Was that a slingshot that I saw?
Oh yeah,
And
plenty.
Parm was actually fresh with those. That's good.
It's so good. It's such a good movement tool.
But yeah, I think with um the um the understanding of like why you're doing that makes sense for me. I just think that the time that it's taking to kind of like set up like that mix up of like trying to land or something like that,
Yeah.
it seems like Fleetwood's not really taking it too much. Like he's just
Mm.
kind of waiting. He's basically just kind of like waiting until like you extend all your jump, which is opposite of what I thought he was going to do, which was actually decide to immediately like crush you like from below, which is like short hops and things like that, because the mix-ups of like you having multiple jumps and things like that makes it difficult for someone to track where you're going to land. But at the same time, Pit's jumps, they don't really send him too far up usually, right? For his double jumps.
Mm.
Oh, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear if you had said anything there. Uh,
No, I sorry.
no, you're fine. But yeah, like what I was saying was that like for Pit's jumps, it doesn't seem like
Mhm.
it really sends him, you know, it can mix up like where he is going to land, but relatively when he does use a jump, he doesn't really change too far where he goes, like other characters would jump. Um,
Yeah.
so so like the reward I say, it's like the reward that like you're kind of looking for makes sense, but it's just that the risk because of the fact that like you don't typically still don't go too much anywhere when you're still stalled in the air. It's just something that I'm a little concerned about that we can maybe look a little bit more into seeing if Fleetwood punishes it.
Okay.
Was this 2-0 or 2-1 Fleetwood?
Yeah, it was 2-0 Fleetwood.
Okay.
Game 2 was a bit unfortunate. There was a funky interaction with Anvil. I didn't know that I accidentally broke a block Anvil was underneath, and it had exploded onto my forehead, and I died
Oh
very
geez.
early.
Okay. Yeah, there we go again with that arrow kind of like that close.
Yeah.
Um yeah, you basically well, yeah, it took a little 50%, but that's just Steve, so it's all good. Okay. Mm-hmm. All right, Paul. Stress. Okay, so good. Okay, yep, good wait there. Don't take the bait of Steve F smashing through the blocks.
Crazy how big that S smash is.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Ah. I have a question about Pitt because I've noticed that it's just just a thing that I'm just curious about for him. Is forward air when you don't get the last hit, is that like set knockback in the case where like as percent rises it adds more hit stun to it?
I don't actually know the answer to that. I'm not quite sure.
Okay.
I know the only thing I know about forward air is the first two hits send nowhere if I fast fall it,
Mm-hmm.
and the third hit pops people up to confirm into hits like F smash, down smash, up smash. But the first two, if I do it at early percents, like 0, 20%, like so far that I've noticed, I'll get hit.
Gotcha. Yeah, I was just curious because like it's because like I played around with Dark Pit a little bit and just noticed like it kind of functions similar to I thought it functioned similar to like Yoshi's back air where as it rises in percent more hit stun is added to a point where his will go for a lot longer, but like Yoshi's it would just stop like at say 102% where it like would start tumbling people. So like
Oh.
you can still combo people, but it's just that um it would start tumbling, so you have to be careful about it. Was all.
Oh. Huh. I've seen it do some stuff off of like a pratfall
Mm-hmm.
with like like hits and stuff like that, but I'm not sure about if it does or doesn't. That'd be good
Okay.
to know.
Yeah, it was just me just being curious about that because maybe that might be something you can look into for like, absolute times where like kill confirms could actually work out. It wasn't anything I saw in the gameplay, it was just something I was curious about.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, let's keep going here. So I got that stock. So what's going on here? Oh, that's unfortunate. Just off of just missing one grab.
Yeah.
Ooh, good. Good wait, yep.
Thought I had the timing on it, but
Okay. Yep. Pull out the patience. Yep. Ah. Minecart too good of a friend.
it's like I was trying to find when I should be like downbeing it, but I was having a hard time. Because I think I was jumping instead of just like holding it.
Good. So the wall is going on. And for the most part, I'm not seeing like unless like it's something else that you're seeing from it, but like I'm not seeing like it's too big of like punishes for like decision making unless it's something or like risk reward unless it's something like oh, that was
Yeah.
actually weird. Let me take a look at that. That was
I
weird.
broke the block and my hurt box extended into the falling anvil and I died.
I didn't even realize the
With
first time that was there.
I
So
know, it was so hard to catch that because Steve is like the exact same color as the anvil.
yeah, it's like I saw him disappear, and it's like he left a nice little present for you. You just didn't know
Yeah,
about it.
yeah, until it was too late.
What a nice guy. Didn't even tell you when it was coming.
Nope, hook me out just like that.
um. So yeah, from your gameplay, I'm not sensing like too much of like, I'll say like maybe just like those two times where like arrows like for decisions going with that. I think maybe what it is for. Well, I'll actually ask you. Was there like some things in the game that like you're questioning about like for risk reward that maybe like we can take a closer look at?
Um, there was one for sure in game 1 that I noticed, and then I'm trying to think if there's any in the second game that I noticed. I know it was just one portion where I saw that I had committed to a situation when I could have potentially just like staved off, like there, like I put myself in. I had fared off a ledge or off the platform, and then here I overextend a little bit, but I had what I wanted. See, like the fair right there, it's like I didn't need that. I don't know when to stop
So like
because
this.
I'm going.
So you
Yeah.
said this there or the second one?
Well, this ended up working out for me, so I don't feel too bad about this one. But it was like the fair that got me hit. Because here I did the back air, and then I fared. Boom. Instantly attacked. Hit. It's like I
I
feel like those
Yeah, go
kinds of
ahead.
situations I
I don't
struggle
think
in.
I don't think that was too bad of like a thing to do there, mainly because of so yeah, you pressured him there. It was even pretty decently spaced. It's just Steve has to pretty nice disjoint out of shield. Yeah, because then he was able to do that. It's like so I don't want to say like that itself was actually a bad decision there. It was just kind of like unfortunate that you didn't catch him, or like at least at this situation, it's now good that that out of shield when you put pressure on him, he will actually act on his options, which I probably would expect Steve to do because like we said, Steve has good options out of shield, so more likely he will try to mash something out.
Yeah.
So it'll just be something for like a learning situation that like when you put pressure on Steve, he's more likely to shield. In order to try and punish you with one of his out of shield options.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Uh, so yeah, so nothing really bad on your play there. Okay. So I think I'll talk about go into a document and talk about like risk reward ratio, and I'll also ask you a question kind of about it.
Sure.
So risk reward ratio basically, how do you actually when you gauge risk reward, how do you actually gauge evaluate it?
Um, well, it depends how I'm feeling. If I've told myself I want to keep myself, like if I'm no bars held, I don't really have one. I just keep going. The only thing I won't overcommit to is when
Mm-hmm.
really never. I'll try to always put pressure on people.
Oh, so you'll
Yeah,
go
but
full on in. You don't wanna.
stop. No, I don't want to stop.
Oh, okay. Why does it feel like that you don't want to actually stop?
Oh, 'cause it's so much fun to hit the opponent. Plus, it's like I feel like I can keep people in it. Like I truly feel like I can, but sometimes it gets the better of me, right? I clearly get hit, and sometimes I've extended like using all my resources to continue hitting them, and now I'm off stage with a recovery that has no hurt box on it.
Mm,
Or something like and then the other way I start to play is when I'm focused on keeping my combos mostly contained and like smaller strings, I'll think about it in the sense of stage control
mm-hmm.
and where my opponent can land.
So you said you'll look at it as like form of like stage control where they're going to land to gauge like also your risk for things.
Yeah, but sometimes I'll play overly conservative in that regard because I'm so focused on that aspect of the game. I start playing too much neutral versus some characters, or that's how it's been described to me at least.
Hmm. So, yeah, so we'll gauge. So we'll gauge land. So you'll gauge landings and be you said more
Conservative.
conservative on them.
Yeah, I won't go for as much stuff. I'll be very limited in what I chose to do.
Mm. Okay. Yeah, that's kind of completely different from what I would have expected you to do. Like when you're trying to actually hit someone.
Yeah, the whole goal is to try to hit them, but I backdash a lot, a lot, a lot. It's I don't know. I'm constantly trying to bait something out of people.
Hmm. Okay, not a problem there with that. Um, so I think you did hit something on that like you said you'll always want to hit someone and not care of the outcome. Um, and do you think that's kind of a good way to play all the time, or?
Um, with my friends, yeah, because it lets me kind of like learn more about like what I can and can't do, or like maybe the situation that I will be able to follow up with it, and so then I have that for future reference. But in a tournament setting,
Mm-hmm.
it's too hard to maintain that like that kind of like trying to go for it is a little too much. Like it's overwhelming because it's like I know I can do it, but tournament pressure and nerves and there's everything in between. And as soon as I get my hit, I'll flub it up. And then that's when I'm like getting my better results when I compete in tournaments, that's when I start playing like that more conservative. playstyle, but also too much neutral. So finding a nice middle ground would be a great opportunity for me. That's why I was talking about like risk reward management. That was kind of my process.
Okay. Mm, so what I can, well, normally with risk reward management, as we know, like, it's taking, in consideration, as it says down here, what happens or is a possible negative outcome if what you are expecting doesn't happen based on your option. Like, do you lose stage control or some percent or a stock because you decided to, if you continued on with that fair, like there was the risk that, he could shield, but at the same time, and possibly come out. So that was just a possible risk of actually doing it. First is, the reward of if you actually did hit it. Maybe there was a, possibility that you could actually, that you continue your combo. Because if we look back at the actual percent of that, let me see. I think that was really earlier in the stock, right? Yeah, right here.
So
Yeah, so like if we look at the risk, kind of like risk of it, I mean not risk, the reward of it. Is there any combos like with hit that, like, if he did get the first two hits of like first two hits of like fair there, is he able to do a down tilt right after that's true? Like around 57% with some rate?
I'm uncertain. I don't think so, because if it's the first two hits, it's going to be the ones that don't really send them anywhere. And I can get hit.
Or I guess like the third hit that you said.
Yeah. The third hit would definitely set up to the down tilt.
Okay. So yeah, so like, there's that risk that like, oh, he could possibly shield this, but like, the reward is that, the reward in that situation is that, yeah, there's a combo plus it's not a certain hitbox of the fair, like on the third hit, besides like it being the third hit of it. There's not like a certain hitbox during the third hit that you have to hit in order to get it, right?
No, it's just in that line.
Okay. So yeah, so like, and it's not really a risk either. So like, say you space it out like you were doing, then there would be a chance that you could actually, get that combo. And then if it doesn't work, put pressure on from there.
What
so
did
it's
Steve
like,
do out of that situation again? Was it a back air or?
Yeah, he back aired out of shield, which
I wonder if I could find a way to space.
Yeah, I was about to say it wasn't at space as well as it could be, but it also was decently spaced to the point that like you possibly could have not get hit if you spaced it maybe a little. Oh no, it was his what is that? The weird thing that like his jab does. Let me go into ultimate frame data. Take a look at that. So, because I'm not sure if you know about this, but like Steve, if he I think it's like he jumps and immediately does like back air right out of shield instead of his actual back air, which is slower. It does his jab actually.
Really?
Yep. So I believe it's his jab. So if it is that, then yeah, because it'll say in his frame data. Crafting table during shields where it's near. Or hop there. Let's see. Well, regardless, both of them, it seems like they're what is it? The same frame data. Let's see here. Yeah, well, it's technically his nair, even though his nair and his jab are like the same thing in the air. So yeah,
okay.
You can do 7 for that. But yeah, so basically, it'll allow him to do his nair, which reaches, I think, a little lower. It reaches lower quicker compared to his back air, which starts higher up.
Okay.
So that's why he's allowed to be able to do that into a back air right after. But yeah, so that's frame 7 out of shield for you with, Dark Pit. I'm not sure if you know like the frame, like the exact frame data on it, but like the point is basically he's got an okay option.
Down tilt would be down tilt is like
13,
9 frames or something. 13, yeah.
13.
That's
okay. Or not 30, not down tilt. What is it that we're trying to do? Fair was what we're trying to look at.
Oh yeah, fair, fair, fair. The first two hits.
Yeah, so
Um,
those would be 10. So I guess that is something that he can actually possibly punish like that. So we found that out today. But say we didn't know that and we still tried to space as well as we could. There was always the option that he could go for that back air out of shield, or like shield and then go into like nair into back air, like what he was trying to do here basically. I still say it was not that bad of like a decision in that moment to go for, especially because you weren't aware of the fact that like he can do nair really quick out of shield behind him and then go into back air, which was what you got hit by here too. So that's just something that like you'll now know that like okay, so that risk reward for that whenever he actually shields, it's kind of not in your favor anymore because of that. So maybe you'll just focus more on like really trying to poke around his shield because like the risk of because like the reward of doing that is smaller compared to the risk of doing it.
yeah.
And then there's one other aspect of it that not many people talk about with risk reward. Do you know what that third aspect is?
No.
It is actually success rate. It's how likely the desired reward that you want to happen can actually happen.
Hmm.
So, if you decide to choose, so say like you have someone on a platform as Pit, for example, and like they missed their tech. Pit's up smash is kind of pretty big, so it would cover. So like if he wants to go for it in that situation, there's not that much risk to it. The reward's really good, but also the success rate of it happening is going to be good because it's a good situation. Your hitbox is pretty big when it's on like small platforms like Battlefield. You can wait for them to actually do their option. So when they decide to choose an option, you can actually just cover it, and then even if you're slightly off, up smash still might work because of like it being able to cover a good amount of the space on there.
Yeah.
They don't have many things to choose from when making it more likely to hit. So again, they can only really like regularly get up, which you're away from. They can roll. They can decide to wait. But I mean, if you wait too, you're just going to get guaranteed punished if they decide to try and time it to roll away at the last second or something.
Okay.
And then also if their habits tend to favor those outcomes. So like if we went back into that situation of like when you tried to go for that fair. Yep. So like right here, say for example, we go for this, we know so now we find out that like, the risk of doing this is kind of pretty high. The reward's not as great as we kind of talk through it. But because maybe say for example, Fleetwood doesn't actually shield that often in situations like this, he tries to actually hit you back as well. Like he'll try to actually maybe he might decide to actually try and F smash your landing. Well, you've already started your move, so if he always likes to attack in this situation and you always start your moves before he does, then you could see the drag down fair that you're doing to get the third hitbox work all the time, even though it's a bad situation. A potentially bad situation if he decides to shield because he doesn't shield, so there's no risk involved, and it's going to more likely be successful because he doesn't shield in that situation.
Okay.
So let's take a look at these jumps that you like to actually do as well too, and we can just talk through that as well. I know on the right side when he got you pushed off is when some of these came into play, but I don't think there was TNT involved. I know that for sure. Okay, so yeah, you poked him, he backed up. yeah, this is that situation. So yeah, like I'm saying, this first one was good because you're trying to mix up if he's going to like say he tries to F smash here and then land back down, do your back airs. So now this second one, kind of, this one's a little more iffy only because let's see here, because for me, like you're saying, this jump away is to maybe try and bait something out of him and then see like if maybe you can actually land back down or something. Well, let's kind of just watch, like just talk through like the risk reward of doing this second jump here.
Mhm.
So risk, so like the reward of this second jump is, as you were saying, like you can possibly bait something out of Fleetwood. See if like maybe he's going to actually decide to dash attack the landing, and then if you see that, you can double jump past him and then you can get back to center stage. That's like an outcome that maybe you're trying to look for, or see him actually run away too, because maybe he thinks you're going to actually go to the center and then you just land back down.
Mm.
The risk of this is that you're still in the air. So if Fleetwood decides to, and I think he does this, run underneath and he's starting to pressure you with up tilts, it forces you to use your next jump, which is
Yeah.
exactly what you do there. And then the success rate of what you're trying to accomplish, if it's going to actually work, it's a little low because Fleetwood seems to, he's not really chasing after and doing anything like not aggressive, but like doing anything that like really hard read. Like he's just trying to keep it safe and just keep you in the air and make you burn your options.
Yeah.
So that's why you're back in that same situation that you were before in the corner, but now he almost gets you because you had to land eventually with this dash attack, which if it hit, you would have died from.
Yeah.
So that's why I like the mix-up you do right here also afterwards, is that you decide, okay, I know he's kind of waiting around for me to actually land, so I'm just going to land with it down there and then get back into it. Let's see. And then we still cry about the fact that Sakurai won't buff up smash anymore.
Indeed. Please. Please make the scooper box better.
He can't do that. He can't show favoritism, even though Kirby's like the star of World of Light. I'm just trying to rewatch like this kind of jump here because there was something I was about to say about it. So yeah, jump here. Yeah, similar. I think similar thing is that like you're trying to jump, maybe bait something out of him.
Yeah.
But yeah, like we kind of talked out before here, just doing like these jumps like this, like at least the extra jumps, they're not helping you land as like compared to like if you just jump once and then just try to actually land like you're doing, because it seems like he's willing to wait, so it'd be more the reward, I mean the risk reward ratio would be a lot better for you if you decide to just like say jump once and then land immediately with an attack, or decide to go to ledge and then fight from that, if he forces you to have to go to ledge.
Yeah.
Let's see. Boop, boop, boop. Okay. So S smash. Did his? Oh, okay, it did. Because yeah, the same thing was actually about to happen here, where well, not so much, but like seeing the fact that you had to actually land, he was trying to go for a dash attack, but the pickaxe broke last minute for him. Oh. So let me, because time's, well, so you still have a good bit of time, so let me move over to talking about not risk reward, but like now talking about um, deciding how to use info. So what?
Okay.
So about that topic, what do you feel like you struggle with, like when deciding to use like your info basically is.
Um,
Mhm.
well, sometimes sometimes it feels like I don't really have info. Like, and if I do obtain that information, I'm probably going to use it first when the chance comes because I don't know how to hold on to it. Because if I realize something is netting me like a net positive,
Mhm.
I'm going to go for it.
Go for it immediately.
Yeah.
So does it? Oh, I did have it. So yeah, what is it? Actually, I'll reword that. So how does it feel on info? So you said that for you, that you'll use it at first chance once you have it. Um, and then also you said that sometimes you feel like you don't have info, or
Yeah. Sometimes I just don't feel like I gain information. At least, like, sometimes, like I'll notice things that'll stick, but a majority of the time I don't know what I'm really looking for other than like, well, things I really capitalize as pit, which is air dodges, jumps,
hmm um.
which are, yeah,
So you said that you're kind of so when you do get your hit, you'll typically want to just keep going with your attack, well, like with your attacks basically. Um,
yeah,
and then but like when you're playing neutral, your neutral feels like it's a lot of like waiting around and dash back
yeah,
basically.
yeah, a lot of dash back.
Okay. Well, something that I could talk about through that real quick is I'll talk I'll swap over to gameplay here actually so you can view it too. Is let's see about gathering info because like this will also help you with like your decision making. So let's pick a stage, any stage that you actually want for like Battlefield, FP, or a legal one. It's your pick.
We can say Battlefield. It's a typical one I go to.
Okay.
Pit is very
Any
good on there.
any special one? Anyone that you're seeing on the screen?
Yeah, go to the pit one. The one it's gold right next to, yes, Skyworld. Yes, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful.
Thank you, thank you. So let's see. So gathering info, I'd like to say is that you're basically wanting to actually go between just doing like one option in order to actually kind of like gather your info here. There is, let me see something here. Yeah, that's what I thought. So, and then let me go back so you can be able to view the screen here. So gathering your info, and let's have him come down here. So for you, like you're saying, you like to actually like dash back quite a bit, basically, right?
Yeah.
Um, which something you can actually use like when you're doing like information gathering. That bothers me quite a bit, but we'll just roll with it. You can't see like the full Nair hitbox, or well, the actual animation because of the hitboxes. Um, for information gathering, one big thing that you can actually just do for information gathering is just using one really strong option and just watching how people just fight against it. And that's literally just it. So for you, doing arrows and like dash in, dash back is just two really strong options that you can just easily follow for. Because what happens is, because for the dash in, dash back, if you dash in, all you literally just ask yourself for information gathering is, I dashed in, what happened? Well, like, I dashed in, I dashed back, what happened? Um, and like he just recalls like, oh, he's just waiting. I'll dash in, grab, or I dash in,
Okay, okay, okay.
I dash in, I dash back. What happened? He's still waiting, but you don't want to actually approach him. So you just start shooting arrows. You just start shooting arrows. You start shooting arrows. And it's like I shot one arrow, I shot two arrows. Then like you see, oh, he actually have a better way of doing this. So that way you can just have like different options that are going to happen. So let's have him do different things. So have him dash, have him down tilt, and then yep. So we'll shoot arrow. We saw that he dashed in. Like we'll shoot another arrow. We saw he down tilted. So maybe from our information from just shooting arrows is that this is someone that likes to actually move forward quite a bit. And they're doing. I'll change the options right now. Change them again. So yeah, get rid of that one. So yeah, so this is a person that likes to move in whenever I'm shooting arrows at them. So now that I know they like to come in, and they're doing it automatically every single time,
Okay.
I just go in for my grabs afterwards.
Okay.
So shoot arrow, this time he rolled, so maybe we can't always go for the grab because that has some vulnerability on it. So what if he rolls this time? Okay, we missed that time, but we're close.
Okay.
Then start our combos off that. And you could do the same thing if they're doing with your dash-ins too. Though it's harder to set it up on here, but the same thing. Like when you combine the two. So you shoot arrow, you run in. We're seeing that he rolls at that same distance. We can go for our grab. You can shoot arrow, run back as you do that too. Now conveniently, because like you're just doing a general thing like that, on reaction when you dash in, you dash back, and you see that he down tilts. Maybe you can run back in and maybe grab him.
Okay.
Or that he just dashes in himself and he doesn't do anything afterwards. So yeah, I think that'll help you just like with your idea for like just getting information gathering in the sense is that like you just focus on doing one, like maybe just continually doing a really strong option, like either shooting arrows or like just run in, run back, and then see what happens. Or I guess like run in, run back, shoot an arrow. And then you'll see that if they decide to do something as you dash in and dash back, you don't have to shoot the arrow. You can dash in, dash back, get ready for their option. Or if they do things as you dash in, you'll dash in and you'll do what you need to do to stop them.
Okay. Does
that bring like up any questions about that for like information gathering or?
No. That was awesome. No, thank you. That actually does help a lot because I felt like I had intentions to bait things out from my opponents with my dashes and arrows. But exactly like how to go about gathering that information, I never connected the dots on. So that's exactly what I needed to hear. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, that's no problem. So how this can feed into your your information, if we just keep going on from here, is let's say he still has these options of like he's going to run up and he's going to do these things. So what you can decide to do is one of two things. And I'll go back to the regular display here so I can type them up.
Okay.
So in OBS, put you back up. OBS is already running. Well, I know that. Oh, I must have right-clicked it. That's why. So back in here. So the sign hands on. So I'll write that up a little bit later, but like deciding on info depends on like just a few things, but it decides on basically if you if what you are going to punish could be more impactful later. And then the other thing is what you are if what you are punishing is something you want to eliminate from their play.
Okay. Okay.
Um, from your play. So like now we'll swap back over to gameplay here, and as we talk about that, let's say we decide to change Joker's percent. Our sin's gonna show up, but we don't care. So let's say we decide to save this, and oh well, he's probably going to flinch now. Well, it's not that bad of flinching, but like let's say we shoot arrows like at this percent, he's still doing those things that he's doing before, like he'll dash in or he'll run in or something like that. So right now he's just dashing in. Let's say we know he's always going to keep dashing in and doing something like that. Now, at those higher percents where we know that he's going to do something like this, we can decide if we want to hold on to it because that could be our easy way of getting kills at higher percents. Conversely, let's say for example, this Joker is mashing. This is something that we're doing to stop him from doing something that we don't. To stop him from doing something that makes it harder for us to do our job. So let's say now we want to eliminate from him. He likes to spam from across stage. He likes to spam side Bs at us. So let's remove the percent. Or actually, even better yet, because we know this is something that Jokers like to actually do. Let us instead go to neutral special, because obviously for neutral special, he wilts a gun.
Yeah, and what a tool it does. It does so much good for Joker at least.
Yep. Let's save this. So turn this way. Okay. So yeah, he's shooting, he's constantly shooting. It's not like it's something that's doing like, actually making us flinch or anything, but over time he's building damage like this. So let's say for example that it makes it hard to approach him because like he stays underneath here, he reacts to us trying to come in, and he's just keeps shooting. What if we decide to start shooting arrows ourselves? These do more damage and it pushes him further. So if we play this game of projectiles, he's going to keep losing.
Okay.
So if we keep playing this game, he's starting to think, I can't keep playing this game anymore because I'm taking more damage and I'm losing space as it's happening, because I can dash in every single time he's shooting arrows, and then eventually maybe I can run and shield down smash. So what his next thing that he will start doing then is he'll either himself decide that he's going to start approaching you, or maybe he'll decide that, oh, I remember I have down special. For down special, I summon Arsene. So now he has something that allows us to actually, continue to play the game again because he's staying in place. And it's something that, like, say for instance, we do our regular game plan of, because his game plan before of just shooting guns, that's what our game plan is, just dash and dash back a little bit because we took damage and it could make us flinch if he decides to jump in, and if he decides to move closer and maybe shoot gun or decide to side B instead. So now we got him to do something that, like, anytime that we're shooting arrows, he's going to decide to start doing Rebel Guard, which is okay. That's cool. We'll let him keep doing that because say we put the percent back up to like back up to like 120 or something like this. Tell him to stop mashing it, but only do it after he gets hit by an arrow. we now have a kill confirm at high percent. Technically
Yeah.
not one, but you know, because we've got him conditioned to he sees arrow, he has the rebel's guard.
Okay. 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 Okay.
So let's swap over back to your gameplay and take a look at something about that here too, because maybe there might be cases of that where like you can be able to gather some info from him that we could start using. So like just watching you dash in, you dash back, and then like shooting your arrows basically. Let's see here. Probably towards the beginning of the match when it's more like you filling each other out, because that's when you can easily
Yeah.
tell what's going on from that. And then, yep, got that moved over. I had to make sure because I had a session where I completely forgot to move that over in OBS.
Huh.
But yeah, so like watch what's happening right now. So we're shooting a couple arrows. He's decided he's going to move back. So when we get back into that situation, you're kind of already doing it in a sense, is that, yeah, see, you kind of adapted and started gathering information in that, sure, he's shielding right here, but you knew before when you shot arrows that like whenever he's in shield and he's getting hit by arrows, he likes to roll out. Or like either roll out or run away. So he rolled, he dashed away, ran away again. So he's more defensive whenever he's getting hit by arrows. So that means that maybe if you decide to do things like pressure his shield as well, maybe he might decide to do defensive options, which why it makes sense that you try to go for this down tilt. It didn't hit. I mean, the nair afterwards, it didn't hit exactly, but you know, you tried to go for it because you know he was doing defensive options. And then the same thing here. This gives more validation for why you decided to go for this grab immediately as well too, because it was either he was going to, and we'll slow it down a little bit also too, but he either was going to decide to shield immediately, or he was deciding to run away like he was doing before. So that's why you got this big sequence, all because of you shooting arrows allowed you to know that he's more defensive when I put a little pressure on him.
Okay, okay.
Alright, so that's why it seems like you're going in a little bit more aggressive despite yourself probably not noticing it, because you're catching on to the fact that he's defensive just from those couple arrows that you're shooting. I think it's just probably after some time what it is that you're either not constantly checking back whenever it seems like he's doing different things, or you're, like you said before, you're just not aware of it yourself that like you're gathering info in this way.
Yeah. I think that's been the biggest hurdle. I don't think I had a direction about that, even though like I'm doing the things. I just know they work. Sometimes I don't know why they're working. Which is a strange thing to say.
Yep, roll back in. So his adaptation, that's why now his adaptation now, whenever he sees like those arrows, is starting to be a little bit more aggressive, because he kind of lost his first stock from that over defensive things. So that's why you see more of the side Bs coming out, and like, you know, even sometimes the dash attacks and things like that too. And you can even build like simple game plans like this off of your jumps that you're doing there, because it makes sense like while you're doing it to try and land back down. So that's why you'll extend the jump and you'll see what happens. You extended the jump, he's still kind of feeling like not really trying to be too aggressive on you.
Yeah.
So that's why, you know, you came in and you adapted, you made that dare that time, because you decided not to extend the jumps anymore. You're just going to immediately land back down as he's waiting. But yeah, we spent quite a bit on like the first game, so let's roll back to the second game, watch a little bit of that, and then if you were down, it's up to you if you wanted to. Because I know you said you wanted to play a little bit
Yeah.
online also.
Yes. 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 Yes.
Okay, so yeah, we'll kind of just watch this game here too and see for that. Okay. Okay. So yeah, so another thing was that these arrows are getting him to do preemptive things also.
Mm.
Still doing some defensive stuff, like you saw here. He rolled back, and with the arrows, he's still running back a little bit, still being a little defensive. So that's why the run in there like that works. Um, but yeah, he's starting to mix in, like we said, a little bit more aggression when you decide to actually start camping him with arrows a bit too. So something you'll probably look into is like thinking, what is the counterplay to like if I'm just shooting arrows like this? What's the counterplay to like me shooting arrows, or the counterplay to like me dashing in and things like that? Because like
Yeah.
one thing for example is the you know, when you're dashing, you can't shield. So that's why
Yeah.
he sends just minecart your way to cover the dash in and the dash back like that. Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Ouch.
All good. Sometimes that's just Steve stuff. There's no problem with that. All right. So yeah, so a situation kind of like this, like where you're just kind of like moving a little bit around and just jumping. This could be like, that situation where like you've lost, like, like you're saying before, like wasn't aware that like you just use arrows like that to just gather information. So that's
Yeah.
kind of like that situation where you're kind of lost and trying to figure out what you kind of need to do in this situation since you're down. Um, so that's why it's helpful to have that thing of like just shooting arrows, just to gather information or relearn your opponent basically. That way you don't.
Okay.
That way you're not just running around and actually just trying to figure out what you need to do like on the fly.
Okay.
So let's see. So you have dash in, dash back. Yep. So yeah, I'd say that's probably just like maybe your biggest thing there is just like making small little game plans here and there. We just talked about it just in neutral, but like you can make this game plan for like any type of like what is it? Any type of like situation like in game, like whether it be just corner pressure, where it be actually juggling someone. Like if I decide to move back over into the game screen here,
Yeah.
like um, I'll just let him just do what he wants to do. Actually, I'll just instead push him. Oh, he's still rebels guarding. He rebel guards himself in the blast zone. That's something you will never hear someone ever say. Let's see here. So come back. Have him go down. So yeah, common one. Game plan that a lot of top players actually do. and yeah, he's doing instant things right now. Is the put pressure on put pressure on ledge, see what happens, and run back.
Yeah.
Because basically they'll put pressure just long enough to find Sakurai. Please fix this character.
I know, isn't it awful? The the back hit of down smash reaches below ledge.
Just the, not even the front part.
Well, the front can, only
Oh,
on
okay.
certain characters.
Oh, gotcha. But yeah, so
The back hit is the most reliable portion to hit actually below ledge. But down tilt is fake pressure. It's if they pop above ledge, we can hit them. But yeah,
oh,
if they're just hanging at the ledge, very few characters get hit.
okay. So we probably don't need to make this session public because people don't need to know that that's fake news. All right, but yeah, like they'll do like something like that where like they'll just pressure hangs and just find out the timings of people, and then they'll dash back when they think they know the timings, and then once they figure out, okay, so once they find out, oh, so like their timing for like when they're getting off of ledge is after 2 down tilts, for example.
Yeah.
So let's see here. Ledge delay. Let's say he'll probably do. I think that's enough for 2. So yeah, that's about 2. So dash back. So he's hanging on ledge. So yeah, after 2, run back, see what they actually do. So he likes to regularly get up after 2. So after the dash back, down, down. Jump in place there, even though I messed it up a little bit. Now he's get up.
Okay.
I didn't know he was actually going to stall like that for a moment.
Okay, okay.
So yeah, you can make small things like this in other situations because all it just is just like pattern recognition of like, just like with the arrows, like if they're just going to keep standing in place until they do something, you'll just maybe just start counting as like 1 arrow, 2 arrow, 3 arrow. Oh, they did something after 3 arrows. Okay, well, 1 arrow, 2 arrow. They wait, run up, even though that probably won't really happen because of the distance. Run up, grab, because they for some reason like the shield after the first 2 arrows, or maybe it's that they start walking up closer and closer, and then after the 3rd one, they're going to try to dash in and shield to punish you. And that's where you, after the 3rd one, you run up and grab.
Okay.
Yeah, let's play a little bit online for a bit.
Sure.
And then I'll go ahead and make the. What is it? Yeah, I'll go ahead and make the arena for us.
Alrighty.
Let's see. Create arena. Public. Does it really matter? Wait, that's a bad word or something, apparently?
Jumpman.
Yeah. Wow, I never knew. Well, okay. So that's good to know for anyone that actually does coaching. Coaching itself is a bad word, so they'll actually only keep the first 3 letters and hide the rest of it.
Strange.
I wonder what actual combination of stuff that actually makes it seem like very bad.
I don't know.
So let's see here. Well, I'll give you the code, like give you the arena stuff real quick. So ID.
Yes.
What's the code? The code was Alright, I sent those in Discord.
Okay.
Let me see. Who to pick? Who to pick? Good question, because I'm trying to think of who'd be a good person to actually do something like this. Yeah, I'll go ahead and do that. I don't really mind it. So I'll say this, because I'm going as Robin, but like I probably won't really focus on like shooting like thunders and things like that.
Okay.
Basically, just to help you kind of like understand like when you would get the feeling of like trying to gather data. I'm probably not going to play like the fireball war with you, mainly because like I think in this matchup, your arrows and things like that, plus the fact that you have a reflector, makes me normally have to play around your options in the first place. So like, so I kind of already figure out how I would play with like tomes and things like that, but I'll probably just more so focus on you seeing how someone actually deals with it when they don't have their own projectiles.
Okay.
So yeah, so try and for right now, just try and shoot arrows and just see how it is that I'm trying to get in on you.
Okay.
And then just like try and change up accordingly. Ooh. Yep. Yep, I'm seeing you're already trying to actually go for the jump spike with up tilts and nairs like that. Oh, barely. Yep.
Dang.
Ooh. Don't let the Robin come back now.
No.
Oh, I'm out, but okay.
Dang.
Don't
Alright,
let it
alright,
come
alright.
back. Oh, yep. Thank you, Sakurai. Thanks. Oh,
Damn.
nope. Nope.
Mm. Ah!
This.
How do you still have the sword?
This is. Oh, that's it.
You grabbed the ledge. Ugh, scared. Ah!
Ooh.
Oh,
Oh, dang.
God.
Come on. That was easy.
I had to fight hard.
Ooh. Yeah, it was how that feel trying to actually just use arrows just to kind of like gather kind of stuff.
I felt like there was certainly interactions that were happening where I felt like, okay, I can get a better grasp of it, but it definitely felt like I now have better groundwork to understand what my opponent is trying to do, which is, I think, gonna be huge, because I really just kind of gathered what I could understand, but to have kind of like this is kind of like what arrows can do, like to be able to understand like this is what I'm kind of looking for. Yeah, extremely beneficial.
Yeah, I'm happy to hear that. I'll give us more validation for why it feels like you're, like you said, you're going for those aggressive things pretty often, or at least it gives you more reason for why you can go aggressive or why you need to be more defensive at situations, because
Yeah,
there will be matchups where like this strategy of like running in, running back, and like shooting arrows won't work too well. Like I say, maybe the Joker matchup, for example, because the fact
yeah.
that it it can work a little bit only because of the fact that oh, which matchup would I actually say?
Aegis, ZSS,
Yeah, like kind of
Roy,
mm,
Crom.
yeah, like kind of there's more faster paced characters. Like you can shoot
Yeah,
them more across stage and things like that to maybe like poke them to get them to come closer. But if you shoot that in the ranges you usually expect for a slower character or a
yeah.
character that's more defensive, they'll
They
just easily
beat
just
on
jump
me.
over it or something.
Yeah, Aegis especially. They do not let up.
Uh-huh. All right, let's play another one then.
All right.
But yeah, keep trying to think about like that idea of like just doing arrows, and then maybe the game after that we'll try and look at one where you just see you be more aggressive and dash in, dash back, and try and see like what happens when you try the approach. Mhm. What? Come on. Man, that's the Sakurai effect. Sakurai actually came through when it really matters. When the lag came through. That's crazy. Sakurai's actually helping this edge guard so much. Alright, we're back in. Call outs on those.
Dang.
Good trick, good trick. It was all baited so I could get the punish.
Damn.
Oh, he's dead. He's dead.
Nope. Still here.
Oh. I was about to say, he's crazy. He knew where I was going to be and still let me live.
Damn. Yeah. Ouch.
Almost. Yep. Up. I play a little bit of this character. I know that's a safe move. But I still went for it.
Oh. Ah! So.
Yep, good punish.
No. No.
Oh, you're too high. Good job, Book. Good job, Book. Oh, good job, Book. I forgot that was out.
Damn.
Oh, I still have my no.
No. Oh.
Can't be grabbing the ledge like that. Times Butterfingers.
Yeah. I was trying to figure something out. I know if I got a B reverse arrow, I could have confirmed it into dash attack, but that would have required a little closer. And then, yeah. Okay, I see what I could have done better.
Ooh. I like those changes you did for when ground approaches started coming in too. There was more of you know, those dash and dash backs, and even doing preemptive like dash attacks yourself too, to kind of just like, you know, test that ground. Let's see. Did any of those situations feel like they were more what's the word? I feel like there was more like things that like you could say like you tried to do like analyzing like risk reward for it.
Yes, like I definitely. There was a lot of situations where I just had a better plan in general. Like, yeah, I see it now. Like, it's one of those things where it's like this new lens is letting me analyze my game plan a little bit better to kind of understand where I can make the adjustments where I need to better gauge risk and reward.
Ooh, awesome. All right. Now I think I'll swap the roles a little bit here. Now
Okay.
where you're going to be trying to be more so the one that's trying to approach me like with your dash in, dash backs.
Okay.
So I'll be playing like more of like traditional Robin, like zoning things of that nature. So like dash in, dash backs. You using like your reflector and things like that to call me out.
Okay.
Yeah. So just try and see what your dash in, dash backs will actually give you for information gathering.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
I said it. I was about to say you're gonna have to use that dash ins.
I'm trying to figure out how to deal with this.
It's like a common thing for like characters that like do preemptive things like sword characters doing F tilts or projectile characters is dash in shield. And then like doing an option afterwards that counters the end lag. See, because like then it pushes you in range to where I can't shoot another one because like if I shoot another one, I risk getting punished from end lag on it. So now I have to choose something else.
Okay.
Okay, yep, go ahead, go over there.
Okay.
Yep. And here I thought you were going grab and spot out shield. That's why I ran away. Good. Yep. Roll-ins are also good too. A lot of the things that you're finding out, like when you're trying to approach me, are the exact same things someone's going to try to do when you're actually playing with arrows. So those things you're actually doing, like roll-ins, dash-ins, be prepared for those things and like counter with like run up grab or hard read the roll-ins with like down smash or something like that.
Okay.
Oh. Yep. Yep. that platform. Can't believe I'm about. Oh, I was about to say, can't believe I'm about to die because he bared my L Thunder. Thank God.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
No, I was too slow.
Barely. I really thought I
It's game over for you.
I did not think I was winning that. I started having a like I kind of started developing an option for the first level. What is it? Just Thunder
Mm-hmm.
with the Orbiter, but that was until like late in the game. Before I just kept getting hit by it.
Yeah, it's fine. You're working like it's the fact that you're trying to do those things instead of focusing on winning like in that one aspect. Because like I'll have these like written at like the end of the doc. I'm not sure like if you've seen
Mhm.
previous docs of mine before, but something that I like to do for like when you're playing friendlies is like give like little sub goals, almost like you know, achievements in order to actually like just like when you actually play a game and like there you play a level and they have like do these sub achievements in order to get like, you know, S rank or like the highest rank on the level. Like it's
Yeah.
hard to achieve it without these sub goals. Treat it like that, where like say I will get in on this Robin 5 times, like using like I'll dash in, dash back, and then commit on my option like 5 times in the match, whether it works or doesn't. You'll do that at least 5 times, then you'll try and win or lose the match after that, and then you'll think, okay, I won, and these dash and dash backs worked at this time, or I lost because these dash and or dash backs didn't work at this time. What should I change up about those?
Okay. Okay. That makes a lot of sense.
All right, let's play another.
Alrighty.
Ooh, it says County City. I'm liking this. That's actually a ballsy way of getting in there. I like it though. Oh, I thought that was going to cross up.
My God.
What the? Does that have iframes on it?
On the beginning, when you start up.
Okay, that's good to know. That's actually very good. That makes so much sense for things.
Don't throw it.
I was just
I
testing.
told you not to throw it.
I didn't throw it. I Z dropped it. There's a difference.
Oh God. Gosh. Okay, hold on. Oh, you stop that, please.
I'll say it's a good thing you have those orbiters out, because I thought that would have been your stock there.
Oh. Dang. Stop.
Dang.
Oh.
still works because even though he didn't get the hits of it, he still wanted to grab anyway.
Oh.
I didn't know if you're going with that angle. He was going to slide you up to grab it, so I said, let's not even give him a chance.
Dang. Oh. Oh. Awkward.
This... No. Back him up, back him up.
Dang. Hmm. No!
Sakurai blessed for making him miss input.
No. That up B almost sent me into the craziest situation. I was not expecting. I swear I was getting clipped in that very.
I thought I would have had it too for a second. I just didn't. Just was preparing for the up B to come like that. I like that angle.
Always be ready. Always for the chance for the clip.
Yeah, you're right. I should have been more careful. That's what I'll say. That's why I'm retired, because I don't know, because I've lost that touch.
Aw.
What's your next tournament you're heading out to?
I don't know yet. Hopefully something. I have tomorrow the next day off. I might try to go to an AL. Dragon Slayer in Ohio maybe. But
Okay.
we'll see.
Are those pretty far away, or just like right across the border?
It's like a 2 hour.
Okay, not bad.
Like an hour, yeah, it's closer to like an hour and a half, really. Which is not terrible at all.
Gotcha.
Especially with doorstop and all that being there. Oh gosh. Hmm. Oh, nasty, okay.
Oh, uh-oh.
Dang, the 3-piece.
Alright, I guess I'm gonna need to change it up so I don't keep getting hit by those. That's crazy. I don't even think you set that up after a roll and that still worked out.
No, I did. I got lucky there. There's no way. I got that one on purpose.
Okay, no jumps. It's okay. Because we're
Dang.
not going to give him what he wants that time. Ooh, 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 ooh. It's okay. We'll get away scot-free.
Mm.
Yeah, stay back, all right. Oh, he air dodged too, and I air dodged too at the same time. Crazy. Yeah, stay
Dang.
back. Mm. Dang it. Graph doesn't beat, what is it, a rotor arm. I was about to say, I'll just slingshot off with you. I know how to slingshot too. Oh, that's right, I don't have my what's it called. He's gonna miss.
11 sword.
It's okay. It's okay.
Oh, where am I
He's
going?
crazy. Where are you going?
Oh, good question. Okay, back to the ledge. Thank you. No!
This- I was about to say we got it, boys. Good game. Wow, that's oh. Oop. I called it too.
Oh, no!
This the patience. Yep, he fell for it. He fell for it. He fell for it, folks.
No.
Prepare yourself. I've got your back.
Why? Why did I get confirmed?
He fell
From
for it.
I
Ladies
wanted to
and gentlemen,
grab the item.
we definitely got.
Oh gosh.
Mm,
I wanted the item so bad and then just betrayed me. Confirmed me into the second hit.
Ooh, actually,
Second charge.
something actually came up during that match that I want to actually talk about too. And like, did we just play a little bit?
Mm-hmm.
So during the, I want to say, I think it was the third stock, like right after I took, or like during the second, yeah, it was the third stock, right after I took your third stock, where there was a bit of like me just kind of playing, what is it? I was actually just kind of like playing around in the air, like with, beer versus and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times your first option was that when I was doing things like that was like, oh, for some reason it's really lagged on this stage, I'm not sure why. Like something you were wanting to actually do a lot was actually punish my landings with grab.
Yeah.
Now it's not to say that that was a bad thing to do, like, risk reward wise.
Yeah.
The only thing is just that part of that, ooh, nice Sakurai. Part of that is that if I am deciding like I'm full hopping in the air and things like that, if I do have my double jump or
Yeah.
a character like me, I can change my momentum. So these are kind of like things that like add into your risk reward. It's just like what are the options? Part of the
Yeah.
6 test rate up is like what are the options that they can actually do? Do they still have to jump? That way they can bait me to do something, kind of like when we were saying with Fleetwood there, um,
Yeah.
with your multiple jumps. So something that you can maybe consider instead, like if someone is about to get ready to land, to add more
Yeah.
risk reward in your favor, is going for, and I hate to say this because like up tilt's a kind of finicky move, but like adding, because like only hits like one hit like on like the side of you basically, but
Yeah.
like adding that and also basically adding that, short hop up airs and up smash, but like not like fast falling them, but like as soon as you can do the up airs, it's like almost like you're buffering them. Yeah, like those, and then fastball back down. Because like do that and then immediately shoot. It's like delay it a little bit before you come back down. Like so, just do this. So yeah, so notice how like there's not too much lag, and you decide to just kind of do that, just like wait with them, and then like decide to like say for example you do that and like you run away or something like that as you cover someone trying to jump in on you, because that can be something to help you with jump ins. Is doing just up tilt, up smashes, the short hop up air, because say it's not going to hit me, but say I see you doing that, I'm jumping in, it's like, oh, I don't want to land on that, so I'm going to jump back. Now you notice that like, oh, he lost one of his resources, I can be more aggressive because now the only thing he has now is he has air dodges, he has attack, but my attacks are kind of slow. So they have good range, but like since they're a little slow, you can probably hit me before that. Or I have air dodges, which is things that you can still do those up airs to force out of me as you get closer. And then you can just react the way that I'm doing, because like if it's an air dodge, you can just react to it, go for the grab, or you can react with like something else, for example.
Okay.
Yeah, so that'll just help like a little bit more of like your when you actually have someone in the juggle state, so that way you can control those risk rewards a lot better.
Okay.
I was about to say now you're going to die off that match. Ooh, almost. Thank God, sword. Dang. Nope. Dang it. Try to be fancy on the shield, and as always, that's not gonna work. Oh, okay. I'll take that. The very back hitbox of that.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll give it up. You are for sure the pit of Indiana. If anyone ever asks, just show them that one instance. I bet you won't do it with Kirby.
Oh, my Kirby's so good. My Kirby's good.
Well, I was about to say no one's seen it yet. Well, maybe around I haven't, but like maybe Indy has seen it. But we have some people in SB that would actually say they have good Kirby too.
Oh, they don't know the Parm Kirby though.
Yeah.
They knew the Parm Kirby.
You gotta show them.
True. Bring out the soulmates. Oh, gross.
Good distraction. We got them by talking about Kirby. No, what if that actually reflect and hit me at the same time?
That would have been crazy.
Good sword? Okay, no, not good sword. Back the fuck up. Okay. Alright. Yeah, literally that whole interaction, I had no jump. So what you're doing there, definitely. Oh, okay,
No!
maybe we got him. We got him.
That's crazy. Oh, there's 48 seconds left.
But yeah, like that whole interaction of like once you got my jump because I tried to jump in on you, was just freely able to, as you're doing, just up airs afterwards, like at like a pretty safe distance below. And I'm
Yeah.
sure those were things you were already doing before as well. But now you have that knowledge of like, you can add that more risk reward to it to help out.
Yeah. It makes a lot more sense.
All right, I think I'll play 2 more, and then we'll probably just go ahead and end off the session a little bit. But let me. The fans always want to see this.
Oh, we're gonna do a pit, dark pit.
I'll say it's the Fable.
The Fable. I'm ready.
Trust me, mine's not good. It only knows neutral things.
That's all you need with this character.
I know. Oop. He was out of range. That good spacing. Good. No.
Oh, where am I going?
Good minds.
Ooh.
Man. I'll just... Ooh, good angle too on it. Ah.
Ooh.
I might die. Okay. No, I knew it was going to grab. Why won't he die from that? Sakurai, please. Why did I almost die from that? Sakurai, please.
No!
Okay, all is balanced. Nope. I'll admit that was clean, but I'm still here.
Ooh!
No, I had the right hit. It doesn't matter. I still made it back.
Dang.
Can't help but feel sorry for you.
Can't help but feel sorry for you.
Yeah. All right, best secondary dark pit. That will be in the state. They already know it's been proven. I'm not a dark pit main. I'm the best dark pit secondary, and no one can deny it. All right.
And then this is the last one.
Yeah. Gotta actually make
Alright.
sure I get up for working things early tomorrow.
Okay.
Oh, hold up.
Alright.
What are we doing here? We gotta sell this on only one stage, and we know where we gotta go. You picked it during the session.
It's a beautiful stage.
It is. Modders are good people. No matter what
Yeah.
people say, modders are good people. But yeah, you know where we have to go. I'll go ahead and set it up.
I'm fully very ready. Looks so good with that background too.
Yeah, I was waiting for them to do a stage like that for it too, because they did a similar thing in Smash 4.
Yeah.
Though it was based off of the one of the custom stage backgrounds, it still looks very similar to this. This one's a lot more fleshed out. Oh, that's right. You told me about that trap actually. That down tilt doesn't hit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it applies imaginary pressure,
Yeah.
which is good because it's on them.
See, that's why I said that's why you're the pit main. I'm just a fake. No.
Oh, where am I going?
Nope, it's not going to kill me. He's got no rage. Nope.
Dang.
All right, it's all right. Best secondary in the state can make this comeback. Not if I actually get the spike hitbox. Okay, stop playing around. Just finish out the jabs. It's okay. Nope. Oh, thought I was going to F tilt. All right, but listen though. Okay, it's killed.
No.
Oh, come on, game. See, he thought.
Dang.
See, he did the thing that I told him about during the session. Well, like, I did the thing where I went for a grab, tried to punish his landing. I should have actually up tilted. And up smash, just like there.
Dang.
Oh, actually. Oh.
Oh. Oh. Dang. No! No!
Fighting's over.
Can't help but feel sorry
Alright.
for you.
Okay.
All right, but good games though.
Good games, good games.
Mm. So, that's just experience with the session there. Though Dark Pit will probably never really make too much of a appearance in them. Though I do actually like having him as like a character to maybe just talk more about defensive things, like in a sense,
Yeah.
to kind of help people out.
He's a fun character. A very fun character.
That's why I wish I definitely am glad that you're actually keeping him as a character for yourself, because it seems like he fits you pretty well. He kind of does the same things that you honestly want out of Kirby at times too.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking too. Yeah. When I was like thinking pretty deeply on why I liked Pit, and I was like, well, they both kind of do the same thing, Kirby and Pit.
Mm-hmm.
Pit's just a little bit better with the aerials
Yeah.
and has a projectile, so
All right. So I'll swap it back over to display here again. So I'll finish up kind of typing what I had before on here, but yeah, like towards the end of the set, like the overview of it, like I'll kind of add like things for like what you can maybe work on in training mode, what you can work on in friendlies, and maybe just like mentally like think of some things too,
yeah.
and even like some homework and stuff. So I'll actually go. What was your goal that you put down too? We can talk about that a little bit before we go.
Well, like genuinely, I'd like to be like the best out there. Period. Like I know that's like a big goal, but I want that. I mean, if we're thinking like for sure, I've never been on Indiana PR. So that is like the biggest goal of mine. Like to
Mhm.
finally make it on the Indiana PR would be like it feels so good.
Mm-hmm.
But I just want to compete at level. I want to be the top player for pits. You know what I mean? Because there's no notable pit out there. There's one in Europe, Rays, but I don't
Mhm.
even think Rays does all the pit things.
Okay. Yeah, I hear you with that. So yeah, want to be like the absolute best with him. So and like
The pit. The pit, yes.
the
That'd
pit,
be the goal.
be the pit, be that guy that they come and talk to for pit knowledge.
Yes, I want to be that pit.
So thing that can maybe help you out with that I'll ask is, have you w- have you considered like because like just that goal itself, I'm sure you know it too, like it won't tell you how to be the pit. So
Yeah.
things that maybe that help you think about that is just like working from behind and seeing like at like quote unquote the top level with pit, like what are the things that like you see that are different from them that maybe you can actually apply to yourself. And one of the things that we kind of talked in this session about is like having a focus in game,
Yeah.
because with that focus in game it gives you a clear things for what to watch out for basically in counterplay.
Yeah.
Something that you can always just come like loop around and lie back on. So kind of like things like that. So being the pit, a goal of it is like they have something in game like a focus kind of like this, like with arrows and like dash packs and stuff to understand the opponent. Plus they have what's some other things that you think that they might have that you don't have yet?
Hmm. Um, Probably a better understanding of when to use arrows. I feel like my arrow game is weak, and it can do a lot of work.
To use arrows. Okay. So that could be something else that you can try and focus on too. Um, it's like knowing when are those good times, when are those like yeah, when are those good, when are those bad times to use it. I
Yeah.
actually have. They're more Street Fighter related. I'm not sure if you either play much Street Fighter or actually watch Street Fighter,
Oh
but
yeah. No, I've plenty of stuff on the FGC. I've played a couple of games myself, like Blaze Blue and Guilty Gear.
oh cool, yeah. So videos that I can actually send you are like they're videos from a player called Zaffarino and Chris Tartarian. Um,
Okay.
so they basically have fireball videos, which it might the I know like it's weird like to think of their arrows as like fireballs, but like that's usually just in those games like the general term for like projectiles. It's
Yeah.
like a fireball. Um,
Yeah.
so but like the same logic like applies to them. So I can send those as videos for understanding when to use arrows. So those could be your focuses of watching other kids on arrow usage and video examples, which I'll add those at the end for like your goal.
Yeah.
But yeah, I will add those and then add like some things here and there for like friendlies, like those little achievements that you'll try before you win the match, like play a whole match where all you just do is just shoot arrows. Like sure, some people hate you, but like well, for them, they may not like the fact that like you're shooting arrows, but like for you, you're just trying to understand when you can and when you can't shoot arrows. That's
Yeah.
basically all you're doing. And
Yeah.
then you'll play a game where like you won't shoot any arrows at all. You'll actually just play a game where like you're dashing in, you're dashing back to find info.
Okay. Yeah. That makes a lot of sense. I feel like my focus does get very scattered, especially in friendlies. I focus too much on the wrong thing. Or I don't necessarily have a goal I'm after.
I feel that. And it's hard to, fight against that feeling sometimes too, of like, say, maybe you do have a focus, but you stop because you're playing against other, you're playing against other people that are wanting to actually have a focused mindset if they're just trying to win this friendly. So
Yeah.
you might get yourself swamped into that feeling too with them.
Yeah. That happens a lot with me.
But hey, not a problem. Yeah, I'll get those typed up. I'll probably have this YouTube because I'll put this on YouTube and I'll just have this what is it? I will have this placed on there. I want to say like once I wake up tomorrow morning before I go into work, like I'll just start uploading it and then I'll at least send you that and just work on the doc like throughout the day tomorrow. Hopefully have it finished like by tomorrow night or like beginning of the next day.
Okay. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. I really appreciate all this.
Yeah, that's not a problem. I appreciate you giving the service a try. Hopefully maybe you might give a nice review on it as well. If I send you a feedback for it.
Yeah, I definitely will.
Alrighty. Any last questions about some things? Like maybe there was something I might not have caught for like the topics that we had for risk management, or any additional questions before we head off?
No, I think you've gotten everything pretty much that I could focus on for now.
Okay, cool. Well, I will wish you a good night. I'm about to head off so I can wake up for work tomorrow and get this uploaded for you so you can have this to look back at least before the doc is finished.
Alrighty.